All right, let's pull back the curtain on something we do a million times a day without a second thought, clicking a link. It feels totally instant, almost like magic, right? But what is actually going on behind the scenes? Well, in this explainer, we're going to find out.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. That one single click kicks off this incredible high-speed journey that zips across the entire globe. We're going to trace that journey from the very start to the very finish, and I promise you, it is way more fascinating than you might think.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. You can think of your click as the starting pistol for a race. The second your mouse goes click, you've basically sent a tiny digital messenger out on a mission. And this messenger, it has to navigate the whole internet to bring back exactly what you asked for.
Now, that mission happens in 4 key steps. First, our little messenger has to figure out where it's even going. It needs to find the correct address. Then, it sends out the official request. After that, it has to wait to get a reply package. And finally, your browser takes that package and builds the web page you see. So let's break down each one of those steps.
Okay, so step 1, finding the address. This is pretty logical. Just like you can't mail a letter without a street address, your computer can't go get a website without knowing its specific location on the internet. So first things first, it has to look it up in what's basically the internet's giant address book.
And that address book, it has a name. It's called the DNS, or the Domain Name System. And its job is to do one supercritical translation. See, we humans, we remember names, like www.example.com. But computers, they only get numbers, these long strings called IP addresses. The DNS is the essential translator that connects our world of words to their world of numbers.
This analogy really makes it click. A domain name, like www.example.com, that's like knowing a person's name. It's easy for us to remember. The IP address, though, that's their actual physical street address. It's the specific set of coordinates the Postal Service, or in our case, the Internet, needs to actually make the delivery. So the DNS just finds the street address that goes with the name you typed in.
So now we have the IP address, which brings us right to step 2, sending the message. Our browser is all ready to send its request. You can imagine it writing out a very specific postcard and then dropping it into a digital mailbox.
And this postcard is officially called an HTTP request. It's incredibly efficient. It's got a to field with the website's IP address, a from field with your computer's IP address, and a very clear subject line, something like get/homepage.html. This is the universal language of the web. You know, you probably see this as HTTPS a lot now. That extra S just means secure. It means your postcard is sealed in a private, encrypted envelope, which keeps all your data safe.
Okay, on to step 3, the server's reply. Our request has zipped across the internet and it's arrived at its destination, the server. Now, a server is just a really powerful computer, and its whole job is to listen for these requests. And as soon as it gets one, it gets to work assembling a package to send right back.
And here's what that return package, the HTTP response, looks like. It actually mirrors the request perfectly. It has the to and from addresses swapped, of course. It also has a status code. 200 OK is the one you always want to see. It basically means, yep, I found what you asked for, here you go. And most importantly, the contents, the raw code of the website, the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
We are on the final step. The package of code has made the journey all the way back to your computer. But right now, it's just a big block of text. It's your browser's job to do the final and kind of magical act of turning all that code into the beautiful interactive web page you were expecting.
So how does it do that? Well, think of it like building a person. First, the browser reads the HTML. That's like the skeleton. It provides the basic structure of the page. Then, it applies the CSS. That's like the clothes and the style, all the colors, the fonts, the layout, and finally, it runs the JavaScript. That's the brain. It controls all the actions and interactive bits, like animations or pop-up. And this is the truly mind-blowing part. This entire 4-step journey, finding the address, sending a secure request across the globe, getting a package of code back, and then building a full web page from scratch, all of that happens on average in about 200 milliseconds. That is literally faster than you can blink.
So when you really boil it down, a simple click isn't simple at all, is it? It's this lightning-fast, global ballet of information. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible magic is happening all around us, powering our world every single day? Something to think about.